Welcome back to Underdogs on Top Studio and
The
today's Truth
Truth of
Over
Fitness
Fitness.
podcast
Yes.
with myself, Sir Earl Bell.
And co-host Chie Figure Prodigy Terui
Okay.
from Underdogs on Top Studio are located to
Richardson Park,
511
Salk Trail.
Richstone Park.
All right. And the name of our podcast is The Truth of Fitness. And one of the subjects that I wanted to cover is that there seems to be a huge increase in people and celebrities in particular promoting the weight loss drug, whatever it may be, Wegovy, GLP-1, whatever it is. But a lot of people, will talk about they were working hard, eating right, doing everything, but yet they did not receive results. So what they wanted to do was jumpstart their progress by taking something to justify the hard work they're putting in. And the problem that I have is that, first off, if you were doing all the right shit, you wouldn't need to jumpstart nothing because it was going to do that regardless. But
I agree.
that's the excuses that they use. And I see no particular reason to take something that will create such side effects as the weight loss drugs and the pills and the shots and this and that. The whole point is, if you were doing all the right things you say you were doing, eating right, working out, doing those things, you were going to get those results anyway. So why would you need to take something that will damage your health in order to jumpstart? What that's called is a lazy ass fuck. That's what that's called.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because if you're doing all the right things, then it just becomes a matter of time before you see those results. So to say you did it to jumpstart or enhance the things that that's just that's like saying I want to practice to run a mile, but I'm going to get a lift first. Somebody dropped me off in a mile, so I'm a jump start.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's what they're saying. And for me, for being involved in this for well over 3 decades, I take that as a bunch of bullshit. You wanted to take it anyway because you wanted fast results, and then now they're saying, oh, okay, now I lost the weight. Now I'm going to eat right. I am going to work out. I am going to do all the things that my lazy ass should have done in the first place, and you will get the results. So, that's my take on it. Is that first and foremost is a bunch of bullshit. If you're doing all the right things you should be doing, you're going to see the results anyway.
It's just everything of what you say. I completely agree. It just, people always say this. Well, I try everything. No, don't say that. No, you didn't try everything. Matter of fact, you might follow the somewhat. You know what I mean? I think everybody, they put about 50% of the effort and then try to see the 100% of the result.
Right.
And that's what they do. And it's not, and it's not quick enough,
Right.
or it's too hard, right? Or I'm too busy to get in the gym. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it is just like you said, everything is excuses, and we have seen it all pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's not only these weight loss drugs, but it's so many years. Every year they come out with new things to quickly, easiest way to lose.
Right.
And it never worked. As so many people try, and they always go back just either same or the worse.
Right.
And instead you could have done the right thing. You might not see a 30 pounds come off at a month, but gradually changing your habit. And now you're creating a new habit. You know what I mean? But they just don't want to do that, because as they are taking these drugs, they still eating like a crap
Right.
and drinking. It didn't stop anything.
Right.
So, but what you're going to have is, yeah, you might losing some, but also you're gonna have a side effect, and you don't know how that drugs affect to your body later on in your life.
Right.
I just don't understand that. You know what I mean? I think a government made this obesity as a disease. Now, what happened is that the insurance company can bill you, you know what I mean? Drugs or even no therapy, everything. So that everything about the money to me,
Yeah.
and we have to, like I said, protect ourselves, our body. What's put it in your mouth is up to you. Nobody don't twist your body and makes you drink or eat.
Right.
It is just it's just the discipline yourself to say, no, I'm not doing that right now.
Right.
And as one of my clients, Charlotte, she has been on a podcast before for that
Life
life after
right.
life beyond the workout.
Right.
It's funny is that she commit to do this year she wanted to really lose weight to accomplish her goal. So in January, I told her, okay, by April 30, she will come down to 155. That's your goal. But we are not going to lose 10, 15, 20 pounds in a month. What we do is 1.5 pounds per week.
Right.
And we done that. And guess what? She actually met her goal and actually lost more. But she did little by little, cook her own food, measure, do cardio, make sure you're consistent with the training, and she met the goal every week. I kid you not. And now, all my clients were like, oh my God, what happened? She lost so much weight. What do you do? And Charlotte was telling everybody, I listened to Chie.
Right.
So I don't know. I give everybody, the nutrition program, okay? And not like I just give a special treatment on Charlotte. I do that for everybody.
Right.
But either you follow or not follow, 50% or 100%, it's up to you.
Right. Yep. You can't expect to get 100% of the results by giving 50% of the effort. It just does not work that way.
And they always make your mind up. Like, maybe this is okay.
Right.
No, just follow everything of what I told you. I have been doing this a long time. Not the only clients, for myself.
Right.
So I'm like a walk around billboard. You know what I mean? And then so I pretty much of like, you probably not trusting me all the way. You know what I mean? So so many clients are actually got motivated by, Charlotte's results. And that's what happened when you follow 100%. And I just, want everybody to understand that it doesn't have to be no drugs or weight loss surgery. Now, I would say a certain people over, 500, 600 pounds, and where you and already, insulin, type 2 diabetic or and some might need the dose of help. But most of the people, matter of fact, when I went to seminar for weight loss surgery, the 65%, 75% of the people didn't really need a surgery. I can tell they can just lose weight, eat right, and exercise. Right.
But the one thing that I find, people are lazy.
Yeah. That's it.
That's the bottom line.
That's it.
People are lazy. They don't want to do the work or put it in the time.
Right.
They want a quick shortcut, and there are no quick shortcuts.
Right.
Because even now, when people are running to a weight loss surgery or a weight loss drug, man, I have some horror stories that people that have went through doing that, whether it be the drug, the shot, the pill, the surgery, whatever. Man, we get people all the time. Well, yeah, I had the weight loss surgery, but now I need you to tighten up my skin. That's you.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You can't do that.
And also, like you were saying from the beginning, that these celebrities, they talk about it because they are so famous and their voices has power. And for you to say these drugs make you have a discipline, no.
Right.
Make you have a consistency, no.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now you see the difference or results. So you want to do it.
And you know the thing about that, you get a lot of celebrities, so-called celebrities, that they will get on the camera when they're fat and out of shape and say, you know, I'm not trying to lose weight and be a size 2. If you don't love me for me, then you know,
Forget
you don't
forget
love
you.
me. And
Right.
it's like, you fat and out of shape, you don't love you for you. And the first thing that they do is the weight loss medicine or whatever, which they're promoting very heavily because, like you said, the insurance pays for it. It's a lazy way out of putting in the work, and because they get on camera, and like now we have so much stuff online. You're talking to not hundreds of people. You're talking to millions of people that's looking at. I mean, like you look at Lizzo, you look at Sherry Shepherd, you look at DJ all these people. They at one point they say, "Hey, I don't care about losing weight. They gotta love me for me." And the next thing you know, your fat ass is going to get weight loss surgery or taking drugs or whatever. You know, and it's like, so you lied then and you're lying now. You know, it's like, just admit you are too fucking lazy to do what it takes to get where you need to go to or where you want to go to.
Yes. And some of, profession, people, yeah, GLP-1 will help. And I'm sure they help. But what I'm saying is, without that, you can also lose weight and be healthy. That's what I'm saying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And a lot of times people, they only hear about the success, the partial success, because to me it's not really success because you could have done it without that. The complications that we're in this profession, so we've seen and heard and talked to a lot of people that they have the complications of. I mean, people are dying and
Yeah,
people.
matter of fact, one of my clients told me last week that her girlfriend, I guess she didn't tell people that she was going into this weight loss surgery. And obviously now they found out that she's in a coma.
Yeah.
And she's only 30s. You know what I mean? So you don't know. They say still 1 out of 50 people are dying from the weight loss surgery. So you're taking a chance
Right,
every time. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
You know what? Like I said, they don't advertise a lot, but that's how Kanye West mom died.
Well, yeah, she went in a plastic surgery. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, like I say, any surgery you're taking a chance. You
you
know,
take
but it's just we always try to help people and in the right way to create the new habit where they can carry on forever.
right,
These things are really temporary, or you gotta continue to do forever. They
right,
say you can take a GLP-1 forever. You know what I mean? But who want to do that? Like I say, what is the side effect till
right,
you get it from that? They said that the 50% muscle you will lose it, right? And because of suppressing your appetite, which is you're not getting enough nutrient, that can affect your hair loss, your skin texture. It's just so many things that it can lead to, and a lot of time they are, to me, too easily
right.
to just take this.
Well, you know, and the thing that I look at is you take these weight loss drugs because you see people that have lost weight successfully doing it, and you figure, hey, this is an easier way out.
But why
But
then $2 billion lawsuit, right?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And the people, to me, I look at people who have, like yourself, that have successfully lost weight and transformed themselves. The thing that I see is that when you go try to take the easy way out, you don't fucking look like nothing. You look like death.
Well, that's what they say, the Ozempic look, right?
Right?
Because
Yeah. You've
you can
never.
tell how they just drop the weight and no muscles,
Right.
so they just small and
Right. And people will rather have a trade off. You know. Um, people. Oh yeah. Well, I did weight loss surgery. Yeah. You look like you did weight loss surgery.
not necessarily looks good,
Right. Exactly.
but on the scale you better.
But you do the weight loss surgery or the weight loss drug or whatever, and you drop it so fast, you have the loose skin, so you're still staying covered up. You're still not comfortable or happy
Yeah.
with the look that you've gotten from the work you did not do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're not attractive to your mate, so you stay covered up. You tell yourself, well, after I do the weight loss surgery, I'm going to do a surgery to tighten up the loose skin. It's like,
And the thing is, like I said, we have clients that pre and post
right,
of those surgery, and I had a couple of clients that before they were going into surgery, I took the class. I'm just ready to do this surgery, and I know I am going to be stick with my diet, exercise like I'm doing now. And guess what? Nobody did.
exactly,
And then what happened? 10 years later, I met those clients. They went back completely or more.
right.
So it is just that successful rate for that. It's not that good. So
Because one thing weight loss or trying to take a shortcut to weight loss surgery does not do, it does not change your habits.
yes,
Your habits is what got you to where you are.
core issues never
Yeah.
fixed.
And you try to tell yourself, oh, once I'm smaller, I'm gonna follow this. I'm gonna develop these habits of discipline, eating right, working out. We've seen 0% of the people, zero, that actually make those changes that they tell themselves
Close to
they're gonna
zero.
make the change. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
And I don't against the plastic surgery actually, but I tell clients that they are planning to have a plastic surgery. I tell them all the time to lose weight or have a regimen, and now you know how to eat. Now you came all the way down where you want to be, and then now you might have to put it in, cut it off, tuck in, whatever it may be. You can do that because now you have you actually create the new habit, right? So after you do this plastic surgery, you probably will keep going, and I've seen that happen
Right.
before. So it's just like we said it always. If your core issues not fixed, then whatever you're trying to do is still going
Right.
to be there.
And that be the ones that you see they've gained the weight back and then some, because your core issues, let's say, is bad eating habits. You're not a surgery or weight loss or whatever is not going to change that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just pull yourself off from the table.
Right.
That's what you. And I tell clients all the time, you don't have to be full every time you eat.
Right.
Okay. It is just a measure your food. That's where they're coming from. We eat just enough and necessary calorie the body can consume. Okay.
Right.
And that's what we give. You're not gonna die. Okay, so you don't have to be full, because a client's like, I ate the food, but I wasn't full. I'm like, you're not supposed to. It's okay. In Japan, matter of fact, like I said, we always stop in the 80%.
Right.
Called hachibun met, which is that's the best. time do you stop eating.
Right.
You don't have to be full every time. Trust me, you can still live. So a lot of things that what we're trying to do is actually help people in right way, and create those new habits. Following a good nutrition food, and also be consistent about their exercise. So hopefully everybody can listening today and understand where we coming from, and actually we sharing our experience in the last 30 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So think about where you at, and if the person that you are thinking about taking this drugs, rethink and try 100% in the right way. Trust me, it work.
Yeah. All right. That
So thank you for watching and listening for us. If you like our episode, please hit like and share and subscribe. So until then, next time we
that
will see you guys, and hopefully on next segment.
right.
Just coming
Right, and we're going to start back conducting Life Beyond the
life
Workout. We've
beyond
been
the workout.
having
Yes.
a lot of requests for that. It's just been a
Too
matter of
busy.
time,
Yeah, we
yeah.
have been really busy,
But
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 we gotta be
next week,
consistent.
yeah, next
Yeah.
week we'll start back because a lot of people were enjoying and liking that.
Yeah.
People don't realize we don't get paid for this. We do this because we love doing it.
And share and would like to help people. So,
Right. Yep.
okay. All right, but see you guys later. Bye.
Peace.